My name is Christine Bell, and this is my debut novel, No Small Shame, published by Impact Press, an imprint of Ventura Press. And I'm here today to talk to you about life as a debut author in the time of coronavirus. And here I am in my office. These four walls, which is pretty much the extent of how far I'm going most of the time these days. So I'll just give you a little glimpse around my office. There's my bookcases and my desk. And I have a lovely research space over there, tidied for your benefit. Like everybody else, I'm pretty well confined to barracks for the time being. And what does that mean for an author who's just had a book published? It means the disappointment of a cancelled launch, a lovely launch and party at Reading's bookstore, and a few events that were lined up to go along with release of the book. But yes, there were tears and disappointment when I heard that the launch was cancelled, but within a very short time, a few hours in fact, there was a huge outreach from the online writing community to especially debut authors who'd had their launch or their events cancelled, and to all writers who'd had events cancelled. And within a very short time, I had lots of online opportunities. I had an Oz chat with Anna Watley. I had 2 podcasts lined up, one with Rights for Women, which came out last week, and I'm doing one next week with Australian Writers Centre. I've got several blog posts that I'm writing and articles and some interviews. So it quickly went from seeming like, oh, this could be really, really bad for a new book coming out, to gosh, there's a lot of possibilities out there. The big thing, I guess, was the launch, and there was the possibility of doing it online, except I didn't have the technical know-how to go about it at first, because I really wanted to have it launched by Alison Goodman, a beautiful friend and writer. And originally we thought, oh, we can do it in the same house, but within a few days it became very apparent that no, we would have to do it from separate locations. And how could we make that work and still have a live component to the launch, which I very much wanted, because you know, there was to be the party with the opportunity to say thank you to so many people and to have them share in the excitement of it. So I really wanted to have that aspect. So we did plan that we would pre-record the launch and then I would flip to a live stream. But it wasn't really until the very last second when it worked that I was convinced it would, and that was a bit nerve-wracking. But it turned out to be a fantastic evening, even though, you know, people were not in the same room. I could see on screen that there were a lot of people there and a lot of people sending their congratulations and questions, and yeah, it turned out to be really good fun. So not really so bad. And you know, my life is not much different from normal, as in, you know, a writing life is pretty insular anyway. You are working from your office most of the time, but I do miss that going out and seeing people. I miss the hugs, I miss the real interaction. But it's amazing how many events are online and how much connection that I'm having, far more than I've ever had before. It's certainly shown me the benefit of social media. Yes, as for the work, I'm not getting a lot of writing done at the moment. It's all about No Small Shame and getting it out into the world. But I do hope that in a couple of weeks I'm going to get my headspace back into my work in progress, and I'm doing a Varuna residency online, which I'm really sure will get me back into the work. And I probably can't tell you too much about that, other than it's another historical novel and it is set in France, All France, and it's about an Australian soldier who remains in France after the war and his love of a French shop girl and the traumatic reason why he refuses to go home. But I am really hoping that it won't be too long before I can get out and about and meet the booksellers and the readers and sign copies and really show no small shame off to the world. But until then, take care, everybody.